Alrighty, folks, welcome to What It Takes, a mini-series where I ask the same questions to elite coaches and they talk about what it takes to become an elite coach. I'm your host, Kevin Schade. Today, we are talking with five-star diamond and 2017 elite coach, Lindsay Kupferman Schade. Lindsay, welcome to What It Takes.
Thank you for having me.
All right, Lindsay, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, I am a mom of four. I am a former music teacher, which I no longer do that job because I am a full-time Beachbody coach. And I don't know, I spend a lot of time changing diapers. And but yeah, I've been doing Beachbody for about 3.5 years, and I guess I'm an elite coach this year, 2017, and I love my job.
Very cool. Yeah. All right, on to question one, Lindsay. How were you introduced to Beachbody?
Okay, so I was 9 months pregnant with my third baby, and I was scrolling through Facebook just randomly, and I saw a post from a friend from high school who I hadn't spoken to in years, and she had this big post up that said, "Everyone needs to join me. This is going to change your life." Something about workouts are 30 minutes a day, something about a shake, and this is going to change everything. And so at the time, I thought that this was my final baby. So I wanted to, find a way to really get in the best shape of my life. And so she swore that this was going to do it. So I said, sign me up.
Just one post is all it took.
It took one post. Yes.
Oh.
Yep. Wow. I said, sign me up. I didn't care. It was for we were going to do P90X3. It was just about to come out. And she was like getting ready for the launch. So she was all pumped up. And I said, sign me up.
Okay. Yes. I've never heard a story like that. I love it. Okay. Now that you're a coach, can you describe what those early days look like?
The early days of a coach? Okay, so when I started let me tell my daughter to, Noelle, pumpkin pie. Be quiet.
Aw, pumpkin pie.
So when I first started in this group, like I just said, my coach signed me up, and I had no intentions of becoming a coach. I really knew nothing about it, and I also was never into health and fitness. I always, wanted to, be in shape, but I never really did anything about it. So I just fell in love with it immediately, and within 2 weeks, I was signed up as a discount coach. And my results started, coming in like so fast, and people were asking me what I was doing. And so it kind of just started without me even knowing that I was becoming a coach, because I was just sharing naturally what was going on in my life, and everybody wanted it to be going on in their life too. So that's how it really got started. And in the beginning, it was just something that was, let's see where this goes. I was just loving sharing this with everybody, because I felt like if I could do it, that everyone could do it. So that was the beginning. Let
me tell you, you're the only person that has that story. That's how everybody starts, and that's how we want everybody to start as well. What a great way to start. All right. What do you feel are some attributes or habits you have that contribute to your success?
Okay, so I'm going to tell you two that I think contribute to my success. One is that I show up to everything, always, with no excuses, ever. This is from the very, very beginning. I've done that. I'm talking team calls, Super Saturdays, summit. The very first summit that I went to, I went by myself. I didn't know anybody that was going, and my upline coach, she couldn't go. And this is when I first started. And someone said to me, they said, Lindsay, if you're really serious about becoming a coach and like growing this business, then you need to be at every single event, including Summit. And I went home and I said to my husband, I'm like, listen, this is what she said. Like, I need to go. And he was like, you know what? Then you need to go. And so I roomed with 2 girls I had never met before in my life. And I was in Vegas at Summit, like, and all these goals started filling through my head. And it was just like the most amazing thing. And ever since then, like, I've always believed, like, you can't make any excuses for every team call. You know, like, I have 4 kids. My daughter's 3. She's sitting behind the computer right now. Like, you show up. If they're on your lap, you come on anyway, you know? And so that is one thing that I think has helped me, that I never make excuses about events, ever.
Yeah,
it's important.
you show up.
And the other is consistency. Consistency in your own becoming a product of the product, consistency when it comes to the vital behaviors, personal development, consistency on your social media. If you are inconsistent, it's gonna not work.
Yeah.
You really need to be consistent in every single way possible to achieve the best results.
Perfect. Love those 2 words of advice. Okay, next question. What advice do you have for a brand new coach who doesn't know where to start? What can they start doing today to achieve long-term success?
Okay, so the first thing that I would suggest to a brand new coach is to definitely get in touch with their upline and see if they have some sort of training. And if their upline coach maybe is a discount coach, or if they don't have training, I would go up and up and up until you find the person that is going to help you. I know that if somebody reached out to me and said they were, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 levels down, and they needed help, I would 100% be there to help them and train them. So don't be afraid to reach out and to go as far up as you need to go. So that's 1. But also 2, when I started, my coach and I pretty much started at the same time. And so we really didn't know anything, and we didn't have trainings or stuff like that. So we were on the Beachbody website. We were in the back office, reading everything, like just trying to figure out everything. We were Googling everything. If you go on YouTube and if you don't know what Success Club is, or if you don't know, if you even go on YouTube and type in what to do when I sign up as a Beachbody coach, you'll get hundreds of videos of top coaches telling you what to do. So all these things are at your fingertips. You just have to use them to find the answers. There's been plenty of times where I didn't know how to do something and no one was there to explain it to me. So I called Coach Relations and I said, hey, I don't know how to do this. Can you walk me through it? So you really need to get rid of the excuses and just start Googling and using all the resources out there that are available to you.
Amen. Love that.
Yes.
All right. What about the coach who is struggling or is thinking about giving up? What advice do you have for them?
Okay, so the coach who's struggling, I would tell them that we all struggle. Even the top coach in the business, they struggle too. And if this is something that you really want, you have to push through that struggle because it's only going to make you stronger. And the only way that you can fail at this business is if you quit. That's the only way. So if you just keep pushing, and you may take a couple steps backwards, but that doesn't mean you're a failure. The only way to fail is to quit. And so we all have struggles every day in life, but we can't quit, so if you really want this, you just keep pushing forward.
Well said. Like that a lot. All right. And what is the best advice you've received regarding your personal business?
Okay, so the thing that stands out to me it goes a little bit with my story, which I'm not going to tell the whole thing at all because it will take forever. But when I started the coaching, about 6 months in, I actually found out I was pregnant again. And it was pretty insane because I had just lost 50 pounds and was like so gung-ho about like starting this business and like, you know, and it was hard because I'm like, how am I going to help people when my transformation is going backwards? And how am I going to, you know, continue to grow and sign people up if I can't, you know, be a product of the product?
Yeah.
And it was really like a mind game. And this happened right before I found out I was pregnant, right before I actually went to that summit that I was saying by myself. So I went to that summit like 2 weeks pregnant. Okay. Nobody knew. And every year Beachbody has a phrase, like a motivational phrase that they use. And the phrase that year was never give up. And that was just thrown at me like everywhere I went when I was at that summit. I mean, I had a shirt, I still have the shirt, you know, never give up. And, you know, everything at summit that year was about that. And I was like, you know what, you're right. Like, I can never give up. Like, this is just a bump in the road. This is a struggle that I will overcome and it will make me stronger. And no matter what goes on, I will never give up. And so, you know, through the pregnancy, I made sure that I hit Success Club 10 every single month. And, you know, I became a diamond coach while I was pregnant. And I never gave up and I never will. So those words are like gold. Like I should get that as a tattoo.
Whoa, hey.
No. No, but those are like, that's like my words. Like those words like just really speak to me. So
wow, get it tattooed.
No more tattoos.
That's awesome. All right, on to the speed round. Lindsay, this is where I ask you simple questions looking for rapid fire answers. Number one, on average, how much time do you spend working your business?
Okay, so if you ask me, I would say I work approximately 5 to 6 hours a day. If you ask my husband, he would say I work 24 hours a day.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
But yes, I definitely put in a good 5 to 6 hours for sure a day.
That's crazy. All right, and what's your average SC each month?
My average SC lately seems to be 16.
Perfect.
It keeps ending at 16, yeah.
There you go. Yeah. What percentage of time do you focus on your own business versus your team?
I would say I focus 80% on me and 20% on my team.
Okay. And what leadership ladder rung are you at right now?
I am a team leader.
All right, folks, it is time for questions from I had the point where Lindsay has no idea, and she told me she's nervous about this question. Here is your question, Lindsay. What's your favorite body part and why? Whoa, this is a very vain question.
Whoa.
I'm sorry. Let's hear
What's
it.
my favorite body part and why? Okay. I'm guessing you mean on me?
Yep.
All right. So I'm going to say my legs, and I'll tell you why. Because I've always hated my legs. Always. Since I was like in like high school. I never had any like muscle to them. I'm not going to lie. I was an oboe player, not a soccer player. So I always was jealous of the girls like with those like toned legs. And as I've, you know, been doing Beachbody for a long time now, it's something that I focused on. And I finally am at the point where I'm like, you know what? I like my legs. Like I've been working really hard on them.
Yes.
I finally have like been like happy about them.
From oboe player legs to Beachbody legs, Lindsay loves her legs. All right, guys, this has been phenomenal, Lindsay. Great advice. I love it. Can't wait to rewatch this. Guys, do the same. Share it with your team. This is What It Takes with Lindsay Kupferman Schade. Thanks, Lindsay.
You're welcome.